Welcome into the show tonight. I'm Brian Keating alongside Hannah Hoover. It is time for Crashing the Boards.
Week 2 in the rear view. We had a good time in Norman last night.
Saturday night was awesome. The Palace was crazy. It was a great football game. We'll certainly get into all of Oklahoma. Talk about Oklahoma State, the state of that program, and what's the rest of the season and sort of the future looks like for Oklahoma State as we move forward. But look, the headline is obviously what happened on Saturday night. Roll the highlights, and the man of the hour, it is young John Mateer. Welcome to the big stage in college football, my man. Oh my goodness, is this guy good? Goes 21 of 34 for 270 yards passing. He had 74 yards on the ground, and this one, I mean, come on. Come on, throws a strike, ends up in the end zone on the next play. Oklahoma beats Michigan 24-13. Good night.
Man, we get they get to celebrate and be proud of their team and their school. But that is an expectation here, and so again we met the criteria today, and job well done by our guys.
It's understated big time. Brent's sweatshirt, by the way, was awesome.
Fan of the sweatshirt?
Big fan. The product on the field and then what he had going on there. What did you think of the Sooners?
Of course, your comment on the style.
What do you want me to do? He's got the big Jordan logo on. You know I love it.
I love it. Okay, so I'm going to say risky business for the Sooners that paid off, because anytime you have a quarterback that runs the ball that much, he was leading. John Mateer led the team in rushing yards, 74 of them. 2 rushing touchdowns. To me, that's a little risky, but it's what he likes to do. Ben Arbuckle said he falls forward a lot, and we saw that time and time again in that game against Michigan. I thought it was really impressive. There was this question at the start of the season: is John Mateer going to be able to handle these elite level defenses? I think last night proved that he can. We'll see how consistent that is. But I think one thing to note too is he had a 61% completion rate. He threw an interception. Big deal, it happens. But there is a lot of room for improvement, especially when it comes to those passes in the air and that sort of thing. And so to me, that's kind of an encouraging note, because they did hang in this game. I think they let Michigan hang around a little bit too long, in my opinion. They had some mistakes, but they're those mistakes at the beginning of the season that you're like, okay, we can still beat a Michigan with these mistakes. That's encouraging.
They dominated the football game. They dominated the football game in every way from the very beginning. That's as impressed as I've been watching an Oklahoma football team play in a long time. And I look, Mateer, magic, that's a story. It could have been a lot of things. Could have been, Brent Venables gets his biggest win ever as the head coach at Oklahoma, and we could be asking the question, is OU back? And I'm not ready to say like they're back, ready to compete for the national championship, but they looked like Oklahoma, and that's what I wanted to see. But John Mateer, I mean, what do you say about this guy? We heard all offseason, and even through the first game, you go, hey, he's kind of like Baker Mayfield. And you watch the highlights, you go, yeah, I get the comparisons, and I see that. And then you watch him play a little bit. Maybe this is a guy. It does look like Baker Mayfield. I just thought he's his own guy, and I'm going to try to quit comparing him so much to Baker, because I think he can stand on his own 2 feet. If he continues to play like that, Oklahoma has a chance to be as good as anybody in college football. And I said it on the photo deck last night. I thought every possibility is there for OU this season. Compete for the SEC championship. Yes, I think they're capable of that. Compete to get in the college football playoff. Yes, I think they're capable of that. That's what one night of college football on a Saturday can do, and I thought big-time stuff from the University of Oklahoma.
I need to see a little bit more from OU, but I'm excited to see where this is headed.
Here's what's coming up next for Oklahoma. Here's your next opportunity to check out the Sooners. They are on the road against Temple. Look, that's a game they're going to win.
I feel good about this one.
I feel real good about that one. They got to go to Philadelphia, which it's an interesting home and home. Why are you playing in Philadelphia? It doesn't matter. They get to go on the road, play Temple. So, look, OU's a lot better than the Temple Owls.
And they play at Lincoln Financial Field. That's kind of fun.
They play where the Eagles play. Sure. What do you want to see from Oklahoma next week as they go on the road before they get to the SEC and things really ratchet up?
Look, I just want to see some more. I want to see some more of the run game. I want to see Jay Knott.
Fair. No, that's fair.
I want to see Jay Knott because he's a transfer from Cal that has had a lot of pub. I want to see more from him because I think that will be telling just of what this offense can do. This is the word I'll use, sustainable, and I'm writing it down as I'm saying it as I write it. But sustainable, is the run game sustainable with John Mateer? Maybe so. I don't know, but I just want to see more from it, and I think that Temple's a great opportunity to kind of showcase that part of the game. But there were a lot of names out there. I think it was encouraging Deion Burks, Jaron Kanek.
Yep.
Those two receivers. I know Kanek's a tight end who turned from.
Boy, is he good?
He's really good. He opens things up for the team. So anyway, lots of bright points, but I think just seeing more from the run game would be encouraging for me.
They need to run the football better. I think that's one thing, and that's probably, I think the best thing about the way that they won the game last night, their defense was awesome, Mateer was awesome, but Brent Venables and Ben Arbuckle get to go into the meeting room and go, guys, we weren't near good enough. We can get better everywhere, especially run the football. I think those are little carrots you take on, and that's another part of it. Stay on the gas. Stay on the gas, because sometimes you get a big win, you kind of go in there moping around. You just expect to walk out there and win. And it's still college football. OU's going to win. But go out there, look good, feel good, and get ready for Auburn in 2 weeks, because that's when
Auburn's the real challenge.
Auburn ratchets up again. But what a weekend for the University of Oklahoma.
Fun stuff.
And what a win against the Michigan Wolverines. The other side of that coin is what happened in Eugene, Oregon on Saturday afternoon. We're talking about the Pokes and their future next on Crash the Boards.